Peppa Pig lived a very sad life. She lived, I don't know, somewhere in the dense woods of Tennessee. She has mentally unstable parents and grew up with many medical conditions, including schizophrenia. Her parents, being so mentally unstable, would sexually abuse Peppa, each time calling her a pig or some animal. This caused her to imagine that she was in fact an animal, and also to imagine other animals which she made into friends. Her brother George was her brother that she had beaten to death. This is where another condition comes into picture. Peppa had anger issues. Peppa eventually noticed that her parents only hurt her and not her brother. This caused her to get so angry that she attempted to kill him. So her parents pried her off of their only son, who was already bleeding from a head wound, and locked her in a basement where later she starved. But before Peppa's death, there was a different story. A man in search of inspiration got lost in the woods and decided to go lodge with them for the night. The parents, forgetting about Peppa, agreed on letting him stay at the basement. They provided him with a blanket, a pillow, gave him food, and sent him down. This is where he met Peppa. She was sitting in a corner and mimicking the sound of a pig. She was fairly young, about 5 or 6, still knowing much vocabulary. The man said that he would help her if she would tell him her story, he would make everything all right. But this wasn't the case. She saw her wearing tattered rags and knew something was wrong. He decided to profit off of this. He planned to turn this into whatever he could, then sell it to a company to make a TV series out of it. She told him her sad story, and he gave all of the animals names and turned it into a kids program. Don't ask me how I know this, but I do. And she is probably already dead. Her parents did not pay attention to her, thus helping her disordered brain get worse. The man noticed it, but he did not care. He was overwhelmed with greed, though he was nice enough to let her have half of the food and a blanket. This girl I mean, Peppa, died weeks after the show was aired. We cannot help her now. But know this, do not ever profit off of children's, much less sick, diseased children. This is where the story ends here.